What's going on, everyone? Levaughn Jones back with another routine for you all. Today we're going to be doing the weighted portion of the chest, biceps, calves, and abs. Everything's going to be broken down 3 rounds. We're going to kick it off starting with our warm-up. The warm-up will be the same as we did in the body weight portion. We're going to start with our neck, side to side, focusing on our breathing here. Just getting the neck nice and warm here for our workout today. You really want to breathe in and out, taking in each breath deeply, letting it out as you rotate back and forth, side to side. Next, we're going to move to up and down. Simply going to tuck our chin in as far as we can into our chest and raise up as high as we can, getting our neck loose here. Next, we're going to rotate clockwise. Simply start by going toward the left and just keep going in a circular motion, breathing in and out. Now we're going to reverse it and go counterclockwise. My apologies. Remember to breathe here. All right, next we're going to hug ourselves. As we're doing this, you want to make sure as you reach back, you want to grab the back of your shoulders and get a nice squeeze and alternate your arms each time that you go. Open up and come back across. And aim to reach the back of your shoulders. Open up by squeezing your shoulder blades together. Next, we're going to perform some clockwise wrist circles. Simply going to form a fist with your hands collapsing together and rotate them in a clockwise circular motion. Now we're going to rotate and go counterclockwise. Still doing the wrist circles. Next, we're going to do a bicep stretch. Simply going to lock your arms out behind you. Reach your back and up as far as you can. Trying to remain as tall as possible. And reach back, stretch those biceps out. Next, we're going to do some right shoulder circles. Getting our shoulders warmed up. Simply going to point your fingers down to the ground. Rest your left arm on your right above your left knee and make circles. We're going to switch to the left side. Complete the same exact motion as we did on the right side. Our next warm-up exercise is going to be jumping jacks. Remember, if you can't do the regular jumping jacks, simply step one leg out at a time, alternating each side each time. All right, y'all. Finna get ready to get started with round 1. First exercise we have is flat bench press. Find your weight you're comfortable with doing at least 3 sets, but one that will be challenging to you on your second and third round. Let's get ready and get started. We'll be in each one of these for 30 seconds. So rep out as many as you can, you all. Remember, breathe in as you're lowering the weight. Breathe out as you're pressing it up. Rest here. We're going to jump right back into it. Get our second set of our first exercise of round one, doing flat bench press. If your bench has markers on them, where it goes from smooth to kind of slanted lines in it, going in different directions, you want to try to set your thumbs up. For a normal grip, set your thumbs up right on the edge of those. Open them out. And as you want to imagine like you're trying to break the bar in, like you're trying to snap it down in half. You want to keep your elbows tightly to your body. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Spread your feet out as far as you can. That'll help keep your butt down on the bench. And rip it out from there. And as you're pushing up, you want to imagine you're squeezing your biceps together. Here we go. Third and final set. Get as many as you can, you all. If you don't have a spot, be cautious of what you can and can't do. Remember, we're here for 30 seconds. We're simply trying to get as many as we can. All right, take a rest. We're gonna move on to our second exercise of round one. Next we have incline dumbbell bench press. Simply gonna perform these the same as you would regular bench press. The only difference is you're in an inclined position, a slanted position. You want to keep the weight aimed towards your upper chest. And you want to still try to keep your elbows tightly tucked to your body, not too tight, like a 45-degree angle. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, feet wide, and drive the weight in the upward fashion. Let's go ahead and get ready. Set one. Let's get started. Pick a weight that's kind of challenging to you, that will push you. Rip it out, you all. Get as many as you possibly can in that 30 seconds. Controlled and explosive. Rest here. Then we're gonna get back into our second set.
Incline bench press.
Getting into our second set of our incline dumbbell bench presses. As you can see, my elbows are at a 45-degree angle. They're not flaring out at 90. You want to keep them in that 45-degree angle range. Get as many as you can, you all. Rest if you need to. Get back in it when you can. On to our third and final set of our second exercise of round one. Final set of dumbbell incline bench presses. Let's get ready. And go. Squeeze it out, y'all. Get as many as you can. Still focusing on that form, good form. You lower that weight under control and get it off of it. Get as many as you can, y'all. Rest when you need to. When you feel yourself burnt, just get ready to move on to the next exercise. on to our final exercise for round 1. We have dumbbell decline bench presses here. Simply going to perform these on a decline bench with a pair of dumbbells that you feel like that will challenge you once you get to the second and third round. You don't want to be able to do something that you can do close to the same amount of reps as you did in the first round. You want something that will be challenging to you towards the end. We're getting started here, as you can see, in the decline position. If you're in a gym where you have a different bench, your bench may be a little different where your feet are a little more elevated than mine. But if not, you're still in that decline position. We're still performing these the same as we would any bench press. We want to keep our elbows at 45-degree angle. Only difference is this time we're in a decline position. We're going to rest here. And we're going to get into our second set of our final exercise of round 1. Let's go ahead and be making our way ready. Let's get started. With these, you want to aim the weight toward the lower half of your chest. Bringing it down, pressing it up. Driving through your legs.
Rest.
Final set here, y'all. Let's be ready and get after it. Final one. Give it what you got. Get as many reps in as you can. Focus on your breathing here. Focus on maintaining good form throughout these entire reps. All right, y'all. We're done with round 1. On to round 2. Our first exercise for round 2 is going to be preacher curls. With these, you're going to perform these at a preacher curl bench. Simply load or adjust it to the weight that you can handle, but that a weight that will be challenging to you on the second and third round. You want to always make sure you're picking a weight that challenges you on your second set and your third set. The next exercise after that is going to be a dumbbell hammer curl. Simply going to perform those like you're hammering a nail with the dumbbell. Elbows tightly tucked to your side. Standing tall, straight and tall. Squeezing your core, engaging your core. And lifting the dumbbells as if you were hammering a nail. And our last 2 final exercises will be right dumbbell and left dumbbell calf raises. Simply performing those in an elevated position. We're starting off with the preacher curls. You simply want to come down as you're lowering the weight. You want to make sure you have the weight where you still have a slight bend in your elbows and your biceps are still contracting. So you don't want to drop all the way back down to straight arms. You want to leave a slight bend, but come down low enough where you still keep that tension on the biceps and curl it back up. Get as many reps as you can. Take a rest. And we're going to get ready to hop back in it for our second set of our first exercise of round 2. Let's get it. Have bicep curls, y'all. Rest when you need to, y'all. Get back in it when you can handle it. And get as many reps in as you possibly can.
Rest.
Final sit here. Rep it out, you all. Get as many in as you possibly can. And then you want to take these to failure. Once you can't do anymore, take your rest. Be ready for the next exercise.
Rest.
We're done with the preacher curls. Now we're on to our second exercise of round 2. We have the dumbbell hammer curls. Remember, just pick you something that will challenge you in your second set and your third set of that exercise. And simply just rep it out. Keep your elbows tight. Simulate yourself as if you were hammering a nail. Then after that, we're gonna move into some right and left dumbbell calf raises. Working on our calves a little here. Let's get ready for our hammer curls, dumbbell hammer curls, and let's get started. Keeping those elbows tightly tucked to your body. You simply raise the dumbbells up. In a hammer in motion. Control them down. Try not to let them drop as much.
Rest. Dumbbell hammer curl.
Let's get ready for our second set. Let's go. Still trying to keep those elbows tightly tucked. Rep out as many as you possibly can, you all. Take a rest here. I'm gonna get ready for our final set of our second exercise of round 2, which is the dumbbell hammer curls. Last one, y'all. Squeeze out as many reps as you can, still maintain the proper form. And let's get after it.
Dumbbell hammer curl.
Final round. Let's get it, y'all. Squeeze it out. Squeeze those biceps.
Rest.
That's gonna end that set. Now we're gonna move on to our next exercises. We have the right and the left dumbbell calf raises. I'll be using a 45-pound plate to elevate my toes and place the balls of my feet on that 45-pound plate to give myself an elevated position. And I'm simply gonna form my toe raises from that position, squeezing at the top as hard as I possibly can. You wanna make sure that you're contracting your calf muscles at the top every time you perform a rep. You're gonna hold the dumbbell in your right hand. We'll be working on the right leg. And after that, we're gonna work on our left leg. Let's go ahead and get ready.
Right dumbbell calf
Let's get
raises.
started. And you wanna get a nice squeeze on your calf muscles at the top of this exercise. Really contract and try to get as high as you possibly can, pressing at the balls of your feet.
Rest.
rest for a few seconds here. And we're gonna get ready to move to our second set. We're gonna hit our left calf muscle. Remember to, if you have an elevated position for your toes, place the balls of your feet on that elevated surface. Simply drive that heel up, pushing through the balls of your feet, squeezing and contracting those calf muscles as tightly as you can, getting as high as you possibly can.
Rest.
We're gonna take another slight quick rest here, and we're gonna move on to back to the right calf muscle.
Right elbow calf raises.
Squeezing as tightly as we can, you all. Squeezing tight as you can, you all.
Rest.
We're gonna rest here. We're gonna move back to the left side here. Let's get ready for the left side.
Left
Let's get
elbow calf
started.
raises. Rest.
All right, y'all, that's gonna end our round 2. Now we're moving on to our final round, everybody's favorite, working out those abs. First ab exercise we have here is gonna be seated ab scissors. Then we're gonna move on to plate Russian twist, followed by and finishing up with ab rollouts. So for the seated ab scissors, you're simply gonna sit down on the ground, and you're going to place your hands behind you to the side to hold you up for support. And you're going to perform a seated ab scissor by kicking your legs up and down in the same motion as you would the flutter kick. It'll be the same motion as the flutter kick. Simply seated position, hands behind you, kicking up. For the plate Russian twist, we're going to simply be in this same seated position.
Seated on scissors.
And you're going to twist from side to side. As you can see, this one is similar to the flutter kick. The only difference is this time you're supporting yourself up by placing your hands back behind you toward the side, performing the flutter kicks motion, but these are called seated ab scissors. These will have no rest in between. You will move straight into the next one. And the next one we have is plate Russian twist. I'm using a 25-pound plate. You can use whichever plate you prefer, but the main objective here is to twist as far as you possibly can, not focusing on letting that weight touch the ground. That shouldn't be your main focus. Your main focus should be to twist as far as you possibly can using your oblique muscles. You can perform these with your feet down or your feet up. Then after that, we're gonna move directly into the ab rollouts. Simply gonna push the roll out, pull it back to you, contracting your abs the entire motion, squeezing, trying to maintain, going as far as you possibly can, and pulling it back, pulling the rollers back to you.
Rest.
Get as many of these reps as you possibly can. And rest when you need to. We're in our resting mode now. Gonna jump back in net for round 2. And after that, I'm going to finish it off with one final round. I'm going to perform these for 3. Kicking it back up with the seated ab scissors. Remember, you all breathe. Perform these in a flutter kick motion. Get as many reps as you can. Just run your race. After these, we're going straight to plate rush and twist. No rest in between. So go ahead and be grabbing that. Let's get started. This is our second set of our final round, and after this, we're going to move into our cool down. Our cool down will be pretty much the same. It is a follow along cool down. So after this, I will let you all listen to the voice recording. Well, not the voice recording, but the system I have to play back my workouts that I prepare and let you all focus on your cool down. Remember, during this cool down, you want to breathe throughout the entire exercise. Make sure you're focusing heavily on your breathing. You still want to focus on the stretch that you'll be doing, but at the same time, you want to focus on your breathing. You're trying to control your breathing, cool yourself down, slow yourself down, get your heart rate under control. And I'm going to let you all enjoy that and do that in peace on your own. But for now, we're moving on to our third and final set. Third and final set of our ab routines. And we're going to move on to our cool down. As I said, after this, I will let you all listen to that in peace. It will play back. You all just listen. It's the same, pretty much the same from the first one we did. So you should be good from there. Kicking it back off with the seated ab scissors. This will be our last time performing these. Remember, get as many as you possibly can. Rest when you need to. Get back in it when you're ready. Try to get as many reps in as you possibly can. Moving straight to the Russian twist. Last time on these, get as many as you can, you all. Remember, you want to twist as far as you can here. That's your main focus. The main focus is not to try to touch the weight to the ground. The main focus is to twist as far as you possibly can. Final exercise here, gonna be ab rollouts. Let me keep that core engaged. Push out, pull the weight back to you. Don't just rock back. You want to pull the weight back to you. I meant the roller, my apologies. You don't want to just shift your body back. You want to pull the roller back up on you. Not pressing your butt past that 90 degree. And that'll finish off our final round. Now it's time for the cool down, you all. As mentioned earlier, I will let you all do this alone with no voiceover. So I hope you all enjoyed this routine. I hope it pushed you. And I hope you all continue to work hard to reach the goals that you're trying to reach. Have a nice day. And I'll see you all back next time for the next video.
Next side to side. Neck up and down. Neck clockwise. Neck counterclockwise. Hug yourself. Wrist circles clockwise. Wrist circles counterclockwise. Bicep stretch. Right shoulder circles. Left shoulder circles. Torso twists. Cobra. Child's pose.